Belichick's girlfriend wasn't on the sidelines. Everyone left after that happened.
MJ was in the house. Lawrence Taylor, Roy Williams, Julius Peppers.
What was it, 48-14?
Yeah, there's a couple minutes left.
It's a rough go, Mr. Belichick. You got to recruit. Good college football week. Would you call it good? Rate it.
Yeah.
Rate it.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah. It had everything that you could want and more.
Let's go elaborate.
Number one team in the country.
True. I mean,
playing number three, who was last year's champs.
Game was boring.
You had some SEC teams playing the ACC.
Yeah.
You had ACC playing the Independent.
Yep.
Great.
Florida State waxed. That was big. Who said this? Like, I think their quarterback came out and when they were walking off, it was some sort of last year or something like that. He goes, just wait till next year when they did play Bama, and he delivered in a big way.
Huge.
DeBoer is another loss in the next 3 games, and hot seat is on fire.
Like going back to last year, they beat Georgia once, I think, but they've lost to a lot of top 25 programs, which is not good for Bama. But then a loss like this to a team unranked has you starting to worry about the longevity of his career in Bama.
And how many points they score? I agree with you. Yes. I don't think DeBoer's long. He's a Minnesota. We said this earlier. He's a Minnesota guy. But Mr. Grubb comes in, and how many points they score? 14?
14, I think.
14 points. Alabama scored only 14 points in a game. Grubb is a made man in the way of DeBoer. We'll see if that works long term. They might both be gone by game 5. We'll see.
We'll see. Just raise your camera a little bit. I'm just looking right into your gray hair. There you go. Nice.
Where we going?
I got a couple places where I'd like to start.
Okay.
I just got back from an early steak dinner. Love a good steak dinner. Love a good steak restaurant. And it reminds me a little bit of Texas because everything's bigger in Texas. The houses, the steaks, even the trades. We saw Micah Parsons through the whole NFL preseason training camp holdout drama with Jerry Jones. Is he going to go? Is he not? He gets traded to Green Bay. Luka gets traded. Dallas is losing all their stars. Now the Mavericks have come back a little bit in the sense that they got the number 1 overall draft pick and they drafted Cooper Kupp. Now, if Dallas goes in the toilet and somehow the Cowboys get the number 1 draft in the 2026 draft, the fix is
Something's up.
Friend. Something's up.
Something's up. Okay, here's why Green Bay did that. I mean, that they gave up a lot. 2 first-round picks, Pro Bowl.
I don't think they did.
Relative. Well, I mean, it's relative, right? I think you're saying it. They didn't give up a lot relative to what they got in return. What they got in return is one of only 2 players in the first 4 years of playing in the NFL to get 12 sacks or more. The other person is who?
Lawrence Taylor.
Wrong.
Bosa.
Wrong.
TJ Watt.
He played in Green Bay for a while.
Reggie White?
Reggie White. Micah Parsons and Reggie White. And Reggie played, I think, 6 seasons in Green Bay. They went to the playoffs every time, and they won a Super Bowl. Can they do it again?
We'll see. They have the youngest team in the NFL. And they just got younger. Micah's 26, I think.
Yeah, he's got Reggie White played till like 41. Something like that. My God, my goodness. Youngest team? I don't know. Yeah. We'll see. I mean,
my research confirmed they are the youngest team. I did a little extra research here. Also, they have, 25.23 years of age. They are the youngest team in the NFL. Listen to their wide receiver room. Jaden Reed, 25. Matthew Golden, first-round pick out of Texas, 22. Romeo Dobbs, 25. Tucker Kraft, tight end 24, Jordan Love 26, and Josh Jacobs. I thought he was a lot older. He's only 27. And then you throw Micah Parsons, and now he's 26.
Michael might be asked to become a leader.
Yeah.
I mean, he is above the average age. Where does that take the NFC?
Let's come back to that a little bit. Here's why I didn't like the trade: 2 first-round draft picks. But Green Bay's a good team. So Dallas is going to be drafting at what, 25 or 26? Yeah. And what kind of impact are those players really going to make?
I mean, it's yet to be seen. You can't really say that. I mean, you've seen 4th-round picks make some impact first. They also got a pretty darn good player in return.
All pro.
Yeah. I mean, all pro defensive. So maybe they were filling a need that they had. Maybe, and this is one of these things, maybe they knew something that we didn't. I mean, Micah Parsons is already being told he's saying he might get a back injection just to play in the first game. Like, is he damaged goods? Like, does Dallas know something that we don't know?
Maybe they knew how good Arch was going to be and they could get him at like 30 in the first round. Hello and welcome to Big Ben and Winn. Each week we broadcast live on YouTube. More of an audio podcast person? Don't worry. Listen, subscribe, and make sure you 5-star us anywhere you get your audio podcast. If you are watching this live, drop your comments below. If you're watching this on demand, if you drop your comments, we'll still get at you. I'm Winn. He's Big Ben. We talked a little about Micah. We're going to talk about where the Green Bay Packers rank in the NFC after the trade. A little college football. Niners versus my Seahawks. I don't know. And much, much more.
Let's start with Niners Seahawks.
Okay.
Can we start there?
Absolutely.
Hawks are 31-23 all time against San Francisco. I wouldn't have thought that. I wouldn't have, but they are. But they are. I wouldn't say they have San Francisco's number, but some of the bigger games that the Sherman tip.
While Russ was playing, I will say this, and it pains me as a Niners fan, the Seahawks definitely had the Niners number while Russ was the quarterback. Like, it just didn't matter. He would always find a way to win the game, and it was heartbreaking.
Russ is in New York now. Sam Darnold, who is an unknown. I mean, the Seahawks have a lot of, I don't know, I can't be optimistic with them. I mean, JSN can go deep. That said, are you optimistic on the Niners?
I am, because I have to believe, because I don't want my brain to go any other way. But with the Niners, it's the same thing. It's look at the injury report before the game, after the game, during the week, and there's always people on it. They're only going to go as far as Trent Williams and Christian McCaffrey. If both of those people can stay healthy, I think the Niners will be okay. Brock Purdy will take another step forward. I know they lost Debo. I know that they don't have Ayuk. But I'm really high on Ricky Pearsall. Okay. I think Jawan Jennings was just dealing with some minor issues. I think he'll be ready to go. And I like Brian Robinson as insurance in case McCaffrey goes down. Because what does Kyle Shanahan do? He will get anyone at running back and automatically make them into like their career year. So I feel good about the 49ers. What they struggled with was stopping the run. They got exposed. They couldn't stop the run. So if they can clean up the run, I feel good about them winning 10 to 11 games and getting a wild card spot.
I think the over-under on them in terms of wins for this year is 10.5. So the Hawks are 60-1 to win the Super Bowl. The Niners 20-1. So if that tells us anything, the better team coming in is the Niners. Banged up. The Hawks, what they can do is just control the ball. They've got Charbonnet. They got K9. New offensive coordinator in Kubiak. We'll see what he does. I would run the ball, just to your point. Run at your weakness. Don't let. I mean, Kittle's going to be a beast. He's going to have a huge game. That's for certain. That is for certain. He's the only guy that has any probably rapport with Brock Purdy. But I think the Hawks, just don't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
I mean, that's easier said than done.
I don't see how the Niners are a favorite. I think they're a 3.5-point favorite in Seattle. The Seahawks are going to run the ball. The Seahawks have a better defense. I mean, I believe they have a top 5 defense in the NFL. I feel like the Seahawks should be favored to win this game. The only question mark is what is Sam Darnold going to do with the offense? But I think Kubiak is going to be very conservative
Very
during this
conservative.
game.
Yes, absolutely. And we don't really have a true deep threat anymore. Like DK was that guy, and we just don't have it. So yeah, you're going to be conservative because you kind of have to when you don't have those resources. The other interesting thing to me is going to be, what does home field advantage look like? Like the Hawks used to be one of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. Now I don't know. This first game is going to be, if you win for either team, it's going to obviously set you down the appropriate path. But I don't know if the Hawks have enough. I don't think they have enough on offense to win the game.
That's fair. I
Where
mean,
are we
we'll
going
see.
next?
I think we go back to Green Bay. Okay. Now that the Packers have Micah, I want to go back and re-rank the NFC. Like, where are the Packers in terms of the rest of the field? Do you want me to kind of talk you through where my head's at, and you can kind of like
go ahead. Let me hear.
Agree?
Let me hear it.
I think they still are a tier 2 NFC team. Like tier 1, in my opinion, it's the Eagles and it's the Lions. Like that's 1A and 1B. Those two are the favorites coming out of the NFC. I think in tier 2, it's the Packers. I would put the Niners there. I would put, who else? Packers, Niners. South? I would put
no one in the South.
No one in the South.
Rams, maybe.
I put the Rams there, and I put Washington, the Commanders.
Okay.
And then tier 3, I would put the Seahawks. I would put in Tampa, and I'd put the Vikings. So those would be my 3 tiers. I think Green Bay is still in tier 2, but I think they're higher up there in tier 2, closer to the top with Micah.
If they hit on their first round wide receiver and Jordan Love was injured for a few games last year, if I recollect. If everyone stays healthy, I think Green Bay can easily be, not easily, well, could be a tier 1 team. Lions, relative to the Lions didn't do much. But, Green Bay is now, I think, the 5th lowest odds for the Super Bowl, which tells you a lot.
I want to see more consistency out of their wide receivers. Like Josh Jacobs, he's a beast. Jordan Love's good, but I want to see that number 1, number 2 receiver step up. They've got like 5 receivers trying to be number 1.
They do. And so out of that wide receiver room, who is number 1?
I mean, I hope it's Matthew Golden out of Texas. I'm banking on him on the draft. I don't think it's Romeo Doubs. I think Jaden Reed. Christian Watson, who busted out like 2 years ago, like he's an afterthought in that offense right now. I think Matthew Golden is the number 1 dog in that offense, in that wide receiver room.
Rookie, though? I don't know. You're a rookie? Can you be the number 1 dog when you're a rookie?
Puka was.
I guess.
Jamar Chase was. Jefferson, I mean, I know those guys are at the high end of the wide receivers, but you can be.
I mean, the Pack, they have to be excited. It was the first time they took a wide receiver in like 23 years in the first round.
I know.
That's saying something.
Like, you know what's ironic is when A-Rod was coming towards deciding whether he wanted to stay with the Packers, he was pulled in that whole LeBron James thing, like, I'll evaluate it next year. I need more weapons. And they just constantly drafted like a quarterback or like defensive players. Now with Jordan Love, they're going all in with wide receivers, trading for Micah. It's everything that Rodgers wanted, but they weren't willing to commit to.
Why do you think that is?
I think they saw Rodgers aging.
Yeah.
And I thought they didn't want to be in the same position that the Lakers are, where you got to win now every single year. And then as soon as that legacy guy leaves your franchise, you're kind of broken.
And I think going back to Micah Parsons, to your point, they have a window. They're the youngest team. Like we have a window, and it's a little bit bigger than most. But like the Lions, again, Ben Johnson left. They might be down. Bears are the Bears. Ben Johnson's now with the Bears, and then the Vikings have a quarterback that who knows if he's going to be any good. Right? NFC's up for grabs. The two one A teams. Who do you say? Detroit
And
and
Philly.
I mean, you can get there pretty quickly if you're Green Bay, in my opinion. Now you have
Yeah.
all the pieces. Just make it happen.
I think if we're talking about best chances to win over a 3-year period, I'd put Green Bay close to the
They're up
top
there.
of that list. Like, I
Agreed.
need to see another year of Jordan Love. I need to see their wide receivers develop, and I need to see how Micah's going to fit in with that defense. On paper, it looks great, but I need to see it.
Absolutely agree. Tier
You
3
know?
team for the Hogs?
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's just because we don't know what Sammy D is going to look like.
Yep.
I
You're
would
right.
put the Rams in at tier 2 if it's a healthy Stafford.
Right.
Because they have a
He's
great
fit
young
to play.
defense. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. NFC West is tough. It's a tough division. All right. Where we go next?
Arch.
Oh no.
Everyone's hard on Arch.
Oh
Everyone's
no.
just saying, oh, he's a 3-star recruit if you change his last name. He's overhyped. He's not good. You know what? He didn't play good in the first half.
He
But
didn't.
in the second half, he played much better. And I want to say this. I know when you win, the quarterback gets all the credit. And when you lose, the quarterback
He
gets all
gets
the
some.
blame. But there were other stuff that happened out there. There were 6 penalties for 86 yards. Their offensive line was a mess. They were 0-2 in the red zone. They were 1-5 on fourth down. Some of that has to be cleaned up by the offensive coordinator, a.k.a. Sark. But if they would have snuck in and got one touchdown, it would have felt a little bit better. I think Arch is going to be okay.
I do too. I think one of my buddies said it best. He goes, I wish this game was played in week 4 or 5.
Yes.
Because then the teams, to your point, the offensive line is porous. They don't get their calls. It's too loud. And it took away from, Sark's smart. He's not going to show his entire playbook first game. If they lose this game but then win out or even another, they're still in the college football playoff. You're right. It was that first pass, like you said, skipping rocks. Jiminy Christmas. Arch, he's got to get a bounce back game. They got to let Sark needs to go. Listen, Arch, you call the plays this entire drive. Do what you want to do or do what you have to do. They didn't get that leniency in that game against Ohio State at all.
Yeah. I think this is a blessing in disguise for Texas and Arch. Like you called it, like Matt Patricia, who you can say what you want about him as a head coach, but he was a great NFL defensive coordinator, learning from Belichick. Ohio State has at least 4 or 5 NFL guys on defense. This is probably a scheme and a system. Arch has never seen any of this on tape before. And so it was probably good to struggle with this because if this would have happened in week 4, like think of like Texas plays San Jose State. I think it's like UTEP and then Sam Houston State. Could you imagine the Arch Manning hype train if you started the season with those 3 games? Like it would have been through the roof. I think it's better. Like humble him a little bit. Adversity builds character. I think he's going to be all right. I did a little research. What other quarterbacks lost their first game and went on to win the Heisman? Johnny Manziel, Lamar Jackson.
Wow. Okay,
I think Archer's going to be all right. And you know, your whole Quinn Ewers thing, I did some research on that. Couldn't beat out Quinn Ewers? You know who couldn't beat out Drew Henson? Tom Brady. He turned out all right at Michigan and in the NFL.
Oh, gosh. Okay. First things first. Tom Brady was he wasn't a 5-star recruit. And his dad and his brother,
like you said, Archie.
And his dad and his brothers hadn't played in the NFL. So there's that. Arch, we all expected Arch to win that game for Texas.
Yeah.
Just based on the hype. Now he's got 3 layups coming up. We'll see what happens. Can he win the Heisman? I mean, he's got to still be the front runner, right?
I don't think he's the front runner like this week, but he's got to be top 3. The front runner's got to be your boy on LSU. What? Nuss Bus? What's his name?
Nuss Bus. Okay, so
He's
going
got
back,
to be number one, right? That was a
he
huge
does. He
win.
probably does. That was a big win. But the kid Selena, or I believe it's Selena for the Ohio State, or for Ohio State, who was starting. He had
Saying.
what was it?
Julian saying.
Julian Saint. He was the number one recruit the week or the year after Arch. So I mean, it's Arch overshadowed that entire game.
Yeah.
The narrative was that everyone was watching Arch. Ohio State played a pretty good game, and you're right. Patricia knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Flat out.
Someone said this. I can't take credit for it. It was almost like Ryan Day saw Arch was uncomfortable. It's like, well, we're just not going to make any mistakes, Julian, because Ohio State threw down the field maybe like
Yeah.
once or twice. Everything was over the middle, and it was all just like running.
Yep. And that's what they needed to do. Just, I mean, Jeremiah Smith, how many times did he get the ball? Not that many.
Enough.
Yeah, not enough.
They missed him over the middle, like early in the first quarter.
And then Arch forced a throw to the pylon when he had one over the middle, and that cost him a touchdown. Again, I wish that game was played in week 4. It'd be so much better. So much better. All right.
We want to go West Coast? Biggest storyline?
I got my biggest storyline for you is Mr. Kenny Dillingham, K1.
Ooh.
Tucson, Arizona State grad. He graduated at 21, and he got not the keys to the castle really early, but 6 years later, 27, he was already operating the offense under, I believe it was Todd Graham at the time. Here's the thing about ASU. They're almost ranked in the top 10. They made a run with Cam Scadaboot last year to the college football playoff. Can you do it again? Can you do it again, Mr. Dillingham? Young guy, 35, I believe. Can he recruit year over year and win the Big 12? TCU is going to give him a run. They look good. Utah is going to give him a run. They look good. ASU forks up. No one thought they'd make the run that they did. But can you replicate it? That's the thing.
Well, they have Sam Levitt, two-way quarterback. He can run, he can pass. And then Jordan Tyson, I believe, wide receiver. Like some have him as like a second-team All-American. And Cam was great, but he had no depth behind him. So now they have a stable of running backs. ASU, I think they're going to be good. I think they're going to do great in the Big 12. But what I want to talk about is the Utah Utes.
Ooh.
Devin Dampier.
Ooh.
Transfer from New Mexico. He's a quarterback. He can run. He can pass. He looks great. And Kyle Whittingham, we know his team is going to play defense. It's going to be hard to beat them in Utah. His team's going to play defense. But the last couple of years, they've really, really struggled on offense. I don't think it's the case this year. Now, I know they beat up on UCLA. They're not much. But they have 2 NFL first-rounders on their offensive line, Spencer Fano and Caleb Lemieux. Like, one of them is going to be a top 10 pick. The other is going to be in the back half of the draft. So if they can continue to dominate and then Devin Dampier can run behind that offensive line and they can finally score, look out for them in the Big 12. I've got the Utes and A-State are 2 teams that aren't on the national radar for all you East Coast biased people, but they are going to be in it towards the end, and they have a chance of both making the playoff and winning the Big 12.
Agreed. Mr. Willingham, are they both Willinghams?
I think one's Dillingham.
Is it Kenny Dillingham? You're right. Dillingham and Willingham.
And Whittingham. I think it's a Whit and a Dill.
Whitting Dill. I agree with you. Utah's.
You're agreeing with me too much on this podcast.
I do agree with you in that UCLA, everyone measured, thought they'd be an okay team, and they got boat raced by the Utes. The Big 12 is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Candidly, there's a lot of decent teams. Iowa State's pretty good. Kansas State looked okay. Yeah, I agree with your assessment. Good assessment.
So going on to this weekend, we've got Oklahoma at Michigan. You know the Oklahoma quarterback, John Mateer from Wazoo.
I do.
You think Oklahoma is a good fit for
him? Better than most. He reunited with Arbuckle, who I think is the offensive coordinator under Venables. Mateer's good. He's good. Can he make throws on the run? some would say get him out of the pocket and see what he does. First time he's going to be on a big national stage, that's for sure, because he never was with WSU. But gosh, they gave him the bag to just come play, and so we'll see what happens. Michigan probably wins that game.
Michigan, young quarterback as well. Oklahoma has one of the hardest football schedules. They play Michigan, and then they have South Carolina. They got Texas. They've got Florida. They've got a gauntlet. So it'll be interesting to see how John responds in the SEC in these big time games on Saturdays.
In the Pac-2, Mr. Mateer was lights out. He's the best guy on the field. You're right. You get in the SEC and there's NFL draft picks on each side. We'll see how he handles it. We'll see how Mr. Mateer handles it.
The two biggest storylines this weekend were Arch Manning and Belichick.
And, well, I read an article where Belichick, I think his cachet, he thought his cachet and his name would go a lot longer than he did. He didn't have the staff to help, and he kind of looked aloof this evening. Just kind of didn't know what was going on, didn't know what to do, and I don't know. A lot of times, K-Win, with a guy like that, you need really good assistant coaches.
He's got 10 coaches who coach in the NFL.
Well, obviously it didn't matter because they got killed tonight.
I think it's a personnel. I think he's got like 40 new players.
Yep.
And I know Belichick's got the NFL pedigree, but is he going to get 5-star recruits to Chapel Hill?
I think he will. He absolutely will. We'll see. All right, you want to get out of here?
Yeah, take us out of here.
At K-Win or Big Ben K-Win _.
Yeah, we should change it to at K-Win.
You should. At K-Win. At Big Ben K-Win. Doesn't rhyme like at K-Win Big Ben. That sounds at Big Ben K-Win _ on Instagram, Threads. We're not a Blue Sky. You can look us up and find us on the old X. You can find us where else? Discord.
Follow the Discord. A lot of banter, fantasy football, new episodes, hot takes.
And if you're looking for us in terms of our audio podcast, hit us up on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you're getting this podcast, we're there. Find us on YouTube. Oh, and go get your Burgers and Brew at Incline Burgers and Brew.
5 stars. Help us a lot.
And
Arch Manning us. 5-star us.
Arch is at 3.5 stars now.
Wow. Don't arch us then.
Boom.
Boom.